3 rules. If you're using a spirit board and you're not following these 3 rules, you're putting yourself at danger. Rule 1, never use a spirit board alone. Rule 2, never use the goodbye, if your board has one, to close it. Rule 3, never store the planchette with the board. I made a video some years back about spirit boards and the proper way to use them, the wrong way that people use them, but obviously it was made too many years ago that people are not seeing it now, because I see on TikTok where people are going, oh yes, here, just use your spirit board, do this. No. So I'm here today to give you the rules again and how to keep you safe if you choose to do this, as far as using a board, period. So stay with me, and I'm fixing to explain all 3 of the rules to you, and maybe a few others, anyway, on how you properly use a spirit board and why each one matters. I'm LadyStarFire, and I'm here today to bring you some more witchy tips. And I want to teach you the right way to do things. That's why I make all these videos for you, is to help you to be making right choices in the things that you do. Spirit boards are a communication tool, just like a lot of other tools, and they have to be respected. Okay, they have to be treated with certain rules and respect and done the right way. Okay, so they're not just a game like that came out many years ago in the toy stores. Okay, so we have to do it right, and so today I'm here to teach you those things. Okay, so stick with me and let's get started. What does a spirit board actually even do? Okay, before we get into all the rules, let's just talk about what a spirit board is and is for and what it does. Most people have such a surface level understanding of one. They see them in movies and other people doing it, and oh, let's have fun, this is cool. Okay, there's a whole lot more to it than that. A spirit board is a communication tool. It creates a connection between this plane and other planes of existence, hence a portal. Okay, it's not a toy, as some people have thought over time, because it got put in toy stores as a game, and it was labeled as a game, and it's not a game. Okay, it's a tool, a communication tool, something where you open up a portal, and it's not inherently evil in and of itself, but evil can come through it if you don't do things the right way. When you use a spirit board, you're opening up a channel. You're in essence saying, hey, I'm here, come communicate with me. Okay, but a lot of times you're calling on grandma and it's not grandma that comes through. Okay, so there's things you got to do to be safe. Opening channels are not selective by nature. If you're not making sure that you have all the proper protections, precautions, intentions, and proper closings, then you're leaving yourself and others at a great risk. You have to be able to control what actually comes through, and you also have to properly close it. Send everything back through and close it, because while you're over here talking to this one, what else kind of popped up in the room, okay, that you didn't see because it didn't speak, so you're not aware of it if you don't have the proper precautions. Okay, now this is the foundation of what everything else is built on. The rules exist because of what this tool is capable of doing and what it is here for. All right, rule number 1. Never, ever, ever, ever use a spirit board alone. Okay, even if there's more people in the room, you cannot be the only one with your hand on the planchette. Okay, you leave yourself wide open for possession. I have seen this. I've had people that came in my store years ago that would come in and want help, but then they went right back to their board and became so obsessed with it and had actually become possessed. You could actually see it in them. It can be really scary. There are 2 main reasons, besides that, and that is part of it, that we don't use them alone. Okay, first is a practical reason. Anytime we're communicating we need something to help ground us. Okay, so having someone else there also works as a grounding. And if something goes wrong and maybe, something tries to attach to you or whatever, there's someone else there to, get rid of that, send things back, close the board, all that kind of thing. So, it's always good to have at least 2 people and maybe even a third that's not even on the board that kind of watches everything that is going on. The second is the energetic. And that's kind of what I talked to you about to begin with. You're the only one there. You have the only energy other than whatever's coming through. So there's no counterbalance. There's no protection. There's no grounding. There's no extra set of eyes and senses to watch for whatever might be trying to sneak in. And when this happens and there's something there you're not aware of, you leave yourself and others that might be around in the house too, just not right there, at risk as well. Rule number 2, the goodbye that is on some of these boards. Oh my gosh, I don't know whose brilliant idea that was to put goodbye on it, because you think, well, I'm done now, goodbye. How does that get rid of anything that's hanging out? How does that send anything back? It doesn't. You're now left with whatever, because you're thinking in your mind, well, I said goodbye, so that closed the board and we're all done. No, that doesn't do anything. That's like casting your circle, and when you're done, just go, okay, I'm done, goodbye everybody, and walk out. No, that's a whole nother video, okay? So anyway, actually I made one on proper dismissals, which is part of it too. So anyway, yeah, let's not do that, all right? So we have to make sure that anything that popped up back here that we weren't aware of, we have to gather all of them up, okay, and send them back to the board. And then we have to properly close that board, okay? So you need to, depending on what your tradition is, your whatever, you have to come up with words to use, okay? So, I like to use something along the lines of, anything that has come through this board, whether you spoke or not, I now command you back through this board, this portal, and go back where you came from, where you belong, okay? And harm nothing along the way, all right? I always like to kind of add that one in there. And then close the board. You can close it using a banishing pentagram. You can close it using any number of things, okay? But you make sure that that board is closed. This is so very important. And yeah, just because you do a banishing pentagram, you go to use it again, you just do an invoking pentagram to reopen it. It's very simple, okay? But you want to make sure that everything has gone through. Check around, okay? Have others check around, feel, make sure. If you're in a protective circle, it makes it easier because they can't wander off somewhere else and hide. It's all through the board. You've commanded this, and you've closed the board, okay? So important. Goodbye is not the answer. Goodbye is how we end a phone call or, any other conversation. It's not how you end a session with the spirit world. All right? So make sure that you understand all of this. I want everybody to be safe, okay? So, all right, let's move on. Number 3, we never put the planchette, okay, storing it with the board. No, all right? Because while it's sitting on there, even though, say you did a banishing pentagram, that helps as long as there's nothing on it, okay? But we don't want this planchette sitting on top of that board. And especially if you store it in something, and because what's happening is you're carrying it to wherever you're going, this thing starts moving around. And what does it do? It reopens that portal. That motion will do that, okay? So this gets stored over here, or, wrap it in something. You still don't want it just laying on top, even wrapped, all right? Put it inside another box, You can set it inside of the whole thing as long as it cannot move, okay? It's really, really important. I also usually like to put them upside down it's still, the planchette still can do something as long as it's in something or stored completely separately where it can't do anything. Okay, so it's really, really important. We don't want any accidental openings that little things can come flying through. Okay, now I want to talk to you about some signs that maybe something went wrong. Okay, maybe you didn't catch this one that was hanging off over here and you didn't word it properly to send them back or whatever. Okay, you're going to notice things that don't feel right. Okay, now this may happen just normally or whatever, but if it happens soon after a spirit board session, chances are something got left. Okay, something was hiding out and did not get sent back, or you didn't send everything, didn't do your wording right to make sure everything went back. You didn't properly close the board. Okay, there's many different reasons of not following rules 1 through 3, and therefore now you have something hanging out. All right, you literally have to go back and get that board. Okay, if you did however you closed it, reopen it and tell whatever's still hanging out here, anything and everything that came through this board, I don't care if it's grandma, you're going back. Okay, going back to your side. Go back to where you belong. Now you have to command everything to go back, because 9 times out of 10 it ain't grandma anyway. More demons come through than anything. So there's certain ways to know for sure if it's grandma, and if you want to know all of that, go watch my video I did on actually using one. Okay, so and then once you've done this again and you've done it properly this time, just send everything back, close it, pack everything away the way it's supposed to be, make sure that planchette is somewhere else, and then go cleanse, ground, cleanse your whole area. You need a ground after doing a spirit board anyway. But it's also a good idea to cleanse. Okay, but you need to go do all of these things once you've got this done. And for people that have done these things years ago and you did the goodbye and then somebody threw that thing away or burned it or did whatever, then you're stuck with whatever got left. That's why you always, send everything back and close it properly. All right, so how to do all of this properly. So what does a proper spirit board session look like? Before you ever start, you want to create a sacred space, cast a circle, set clear intentions, who you're trying to call, who you're not, what's welcome, what's not welcome, all of these things. Have a clear setting, just like as if you were fixing to do a ritual. Okay, you want to make sure, but it's safest to do it in a properly cast circle, and make sure that you have somebody else, at minimum one other person, okay, whose hands will also be on the planchette. Okay, that is a have to, no exceptions, circle created or not. Okay, so now during your session, stay focused. Don't ask random silly questions just to see what might happen. Okay, also don't be the silly one that moves the planchette. Okay, let's not do all that kind of stuff. That's just childish. All right, I had one person one time. I was the guard while other people did it, and you could always tell she was moving it just because of what got said. Okay, it was just silly. So don't be that person. Don't provoke or challenge whatever comes through. Now, if it comes through and claims to be grandma, yeah, you want to think of something that only she would know that you can ask, and when it doesn't know the answer because it's not her, you immediately banish it. Okay, the word banish is key here. I banish you from here. Go back where you belong and stay. Okay? And be sure to stay grounded. Just, stay grounded in what you're doing. Don't let yourself get all out here because, oh, look, something came through. Something moved. Okay? Stay grounded. Stay focused. Stay in charge. Next is your closing. Okay? Now, we talked about this already. Be specific. Have your wording that you want to use ahead of time so that gather up everything and be focused, be intent, okay? And mean it when you say anything and everything that came through must now return back through this board portal and go back where you came from, harming nothing along the way, and stay there. Thank you. Thank anybody that actually came through and spoke with you, okay, that was intentional and who you wanted to talk to. You know, be polite on that aspect. Yeah, but keep your focus on your closing, okay? And do it right. Now, after you're done, you want to be sure to ground. Be sure if you're not putting your board away immediately, make sure that that planchette is way off over here, away from the board, okay? So there's no accidental anything. Make sure that you have closed that board, period, okay? Set your planchette off over here if you're not packing it up right away. You want to ground. You can eat something. Go put your hands or feet in the grass or the dirt or the whatever, however you ground, but you need to fully ground yourself, okay? Because you've been in this space, all right? And if you cast a circle, be sure that you properly dismiss it as well, okay? And make sure that, you know, it's kind of like meditation and stuff. You want to make sure that you're fully back to here, okay, before going about your regular day or whatever else you're going to do. And remember that this is a tool, okay? And show it respect. Just like as if it was your tarot cards or pendulum or whatever. It is a tool that is a communication tool that is used to communicate with others. And therefore, we have to show it, you know, respect. Treat it properly. You don't just throw it in a box and throw it underneath the bed or something, okay? So, show respect, always. Spirit boards themselves are not inherently dangerous, okay, as we have now learned. But a careless use of them is extremely dangerous. And now, you know the difference, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't have a clue. Well, now you do. And so, therefore, saying that, I would really appreciate it that if you learn something from this, or you know somebody that has a tendency to use them alone and shouldn't be or whatever, hey, share my video with them, because you might just save their life or that of someone else around them that is having to deal with the consequences of them not doing it correctly. And if you haven't already, click the buttons for me down there. You know, the like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified every time a video of mine comes up. And leave me a comment. What do you feel about spirit boards? What is your impression of them? Have you ever used one? Do you think they're okay, terrifying, whatever, okay? Pop it down in the comments and let me know. And if you have questions, leave them as well. And if you would like to learn just more about things in general besides here on the videos, come join my community. It's called Sacred Legacy Builders. The link is down in the description. Just click on it and, you know, come request to join, answer a few questions, and we'll let you in there. And it is free. I have free and paid classes in it, but it is our answer to not Facebook. So there's no politics, no drama, no hate, none of that kind of stuff. We don't allow it because we will kick you out if you come in and act crazy, okay? We want it to be a safe place for all spiritual people to come and communicate with others and learn, okay? We have people in there from all around the world, and it's really pretty amazing. So, and we would love to have you there too. So until the next time, I am LadyStarFire. I will see you next Monday, and I hope you have a wonderful, safe day. And there should be videos popping up somewhere over here. You know it. You know the drill. Anyway, until the next time, have a wonderful day. Stay safe and blessed be.